Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Cortez, and today we're going to continue the discussion for feasibility study. So last time we started on the rationale, the definition, the objectives, the background why we are studying feasibility study. So this one, the FS is really important sa mga estudyanteng tulad nyo of any type of business programs or courses, especially sa mga business admin students like you, kasi are being trained to be an employer, a business owner someday, maybe not after graduation, but it is better to be an employer, to own your company than be an employee. So it is given important na marunong gumawa ng feasibility study lahat. Okay, and the learning outcome for this lesson today are the following. So after the completion ng lesson na to, hoping that the student will be able to do the following: discuss the parts of the feasibility studies, determine the situations if and to use feasibility studies, substantiate the different parts of the feasibility studies. So ito yung ating dapat ay pagkatapos ng ating lesson today, at least kaya nang gawin tong mga tatlong outcomes natin. Ito yung ating target after we are done with the lesson. Right? So, continuation lang to, no? Nung ating definition ng FS or feasibility study or the background, FS can be used for various planning purpose. Actually, hindi lang naman sa paggawa ng business o pagtayo ng business nagagamit ng feasibility study. Sa loob ng isang company, pag may bago kang project or planning, you can draft your feasibility. If you want to know the success rate of one project or planning or starting a unit within the company, or maybe introducing a new product for the company, pero hindi palaging pagtayo ng negosyo ang ginagawa ng feasibility study. Although sa ating subject na to, we'll be focusing on establishing, creating a business, and we will be writing feasibility study for that business. And we already talked about last time those reasons why there's a need to create a draft, a feasibility. Example, a new retail or mixed-use development may request a feasibility study to determine project cost. So yan, sinasabi ko kanina. If you're going to create a project or start a unit, you want to plan to do something, introduce a product, introduce a new service. So kailangan talaga natin yung gumawa ng feasibility. Maybe if you want to test the project cost, the support of the community, the market acceptability, the impact of your business sa social, sa society. Want to know merong bang demand or supply na pagkukunan. Another one, in a retail restaurant franchise, may request a study to determine site selection and identify yung mga big fast food chain in the country. And if you want to get a franchise, hindi ka naman talaga basta-basta bibigyan ng franchise if your store will not be feasible enough to create profit for the company. Kasi siyempre, no, they are protecting their brand. Kapag hindi naging successful ang isang franchise or area, may impact dun sa dun sa brand, so the company as a whole. Yung mga inventor din, they may also request feasibility to determine the scope of interest, market approach of new product. Example, somebody invented a product and he wants to know the potential of that product. Kung itutuloy ba niya or hindi. Or if he wants to get some fund from the banks or finance institutions, siyempre those banks will be requesting a feasibility galing doon sa inventor trying to promote or introduce ang isang product na dapat i-finance. Ito lang mga gamit, ito lang yung mga some of the uses of feasibility studies. So additionally, feasibility studies are key resources. The FSA report, it provides insight dun sa yung gagawin para sa company. Whether that is market, yung market, ano bang idea about the market? Ano ba yung mga goal, the scope, the objective, the name of the company, pati nga logo pag-usapan natin. In addition, lenders or investor groups may require feasibility. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, kung wala kang fund, and if you want to get a loan or borrow fund from some people who are lending, like the banks or financier or angel investors na mag-finance sa some particular product or project. Those are businessmen na they want ROI or return sa kanilang bibigay na pera, papautang na pera sa iyo. Now, if they saw that you don't have the capability to return the fund borrowed at certain point in time, baka walang papautang sa iyo. Pero if you have that report showing the capability, the feasibility of a project na siya ikikita for the next 5 years or the revenue is growing up percentage-wise. So, pwede kang pautangin ng mga bangko na yan. Important na at least kahit ilang pages. Hindi naman, as I said last time, hindi naman lahat ng feasibility study ay makapal ang gagawin. As I said, may mga feasibility study na like 40 pages lang, depending on what is being required or anong company yung hihingan or kanilang pupuntahan para hingan ng pirma ng pera. And when should a feasibility study be used? Kailan gagamitin ang FS or feasibility? So ito yung mga samples ng feasibility studies na pwedeng paggamitan natin or required or needed. Kailan natin siya gagamitin? O kailan kailangan, no? Kailan kailangan ang FS? Majority of the time, ito ay kailangan mo as personal tool to know the success rate of one company. So, you introduce yung product. But aside from this, may mga gamit pa siya na kailangan talaga magpakita ka ng feasibility study as a report. No? Firstly, unang gamit or when FS is needed, initial idea exploration. Ang isang idea ba ay feasible enough na gawin sa ituloy or gawin siya practical application. Yung many years ago, no, may isang scientist na invented a car na ginagamit na fuel ay tubig. Titingnan natin, that should be a feasible, pagagamitan talaga ng machine. Pero baka naman masyadong mahal. Ilang tubig kaya ang gagamitin? Baka naman yung cost niya ay mas malaki pa dun sa benefit. Beneficial, siyempre, obviously that is beneficial. Imagine mo naman, di ba? Car na gumagamit ng tubig. In itself, talagang that one is very beneficial. Pero we are not yet talking about the cost. Sa feasibility study kasi, lalabas dyan yung mga cost, mga gastos. At pag yung idea is not feasible enough, baka magdalawang isip ka or yung mga financier mo. So pag yan ay natuloy na idea, so you can now develop the concept, the prototype, the product. So ito naman yung paggawa ng kaya bang gawin ang isang machine? Okay, sige, may pera, but technical know-how, meron bang isang tao na may technical know-how na kayang gawin ng isang project? Kasi sa feasibility, mayroong part dyan na management study. Yung mga taong mag-render ng labor para dyan. Ano masyadong maraming tao yung kailangan, hindi na siya masyadong feasible. Okay, ito ay idea pa lang pinag-usapan natin, but we can do the overall assessment ng product na yan kung it is feasible enough to pursue mga ganong produkto or service. Okay, number two situation wherein we're will be needing or requiring feasibility. Development project requiring community support and proof of economic impact. Yung kanina idea, parang siyang idea before creating a product. Ito naman ay project. Yung company, for example, let's assume that a big company, kailangan natin ng support or study kung kailangan talagang i-pursue yung project na yan. Example, creating a new branch or helping out in the community or doing project for the community. Gagawin ng company to ng company. May capital, not a product, no? Not a product, but a business endeavor or project to be done. Example, as part of CSR ng isang company, as part of corporate social responsibility. Yung bang you are going to help out a community, wala silang tubig, then your company, as part of CSR, is going to help out the community in building, example, waterways project. Wala silang tubig, mga tubo, example, deep well, no? O yaman, kuryente, no? Na to be donated to the community. You have the fund, no? The company may have the fund, pero baka masyadong malaki or yung baka in the long run, hindi masyadong beneficial para dun sa community. Example, madaling masira, no? Or time will come na yung community ay papaalisin din doon sa lugar nila. So sayang lang yung galing project doon. Or hindi masyadong gaano katibay, gaano katagal yung mga materials na nagagamitin. No? O baka naman wala talagang total support from the community makukuha. Baka ayaw ng community. Okay? Or yung impact sa community nating malaman. Pag nagtagiba na sa project, does it have a benefit dun sa community na paglalagyan? So, hindi sa business, but a project lang. Number 3, major business decisions that require a go or no-go conclusion. Hindi lang pala to pinagbubutohan ng mga BOD or Board of Directors ng isang organization. At merong, if they will vote, there should be a supporting document or report na pag nag-go ka, anong basis mo, bakit nag-go ka. Example, introducing a new product or introducing a new branch or creating a new branch for the company. Yan ba ay that is project development. Yung market value, yung product na itatayo. Pag nagdagdag, yan yung yan go or no go, no? Pag nagdagdag ba ng isang product line, what is the effect of that on the overall revenue of the company? Baka maya nagdagdag ng product pero yung cost nga, no, yung cost of creating a product exceeds the revenue or the sales to be generated. So baka hindi rin that is not feasible. Or product or branch, or are you going to shut down a branch? You have 3 branch, for example. What is the benefit of shutting down 1 branch? Tapos ang matitira ay 2 lang. Does it make sense? Overall ba yung product ay magkakatipid ba? Kung sinut down ang isang branch at 2 matitira. So you need a feasibility for that one before deciding on rejecting or not. Okay, number 4. But before I continue with number 4, pwede ba? Request lang. Pag-click naman yung subscribe button, please. Thank you. Salamat. Okay, moving on. Number 4. New community-based projects that require detailed analysis. So, kaninang project, no? It can be, project with, example, may election. Yung kanina ito, baka para hindi lang tayo palito. Example number 2, may election time. Then yung company may project na to collaborate with a TV station for counting votes. Or for the sake of, just for the duration of the election. You collab with one organization para makatulong. Ito naman, community-based naman. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, may mga projects sa community na kailangan nating papagawa ng school and yung company, no? It will be sponsoring one building of an elementary school. So, ano yung impact niyan? Of course, that is donation. That is part of CSR of the company. Pero meron siyang benefit, syempre, di ba? Nakikilala yung school, is good image, prestige for the company. Yan, so meron siyang effect din. Pero baka masyado kasing mahal yung paggawa ng school. So ginagawa siya ng study, the scope, the impact, the potential impact of being involved in a community-based project ng isang company medyo malaki na. Pag lumago na yung company, expansion na ba tayo? So, ayan. So, pa rin yan? Feasibility study rin. Okay? Number 5, a comprehensive analysis of competitors in the marketplace, what their offerings include versus what goals an organization desires to pursue. Sa business, meron tayong technique or tools na ginagamit. Ito yung tinatawag nating game theory. The game theory sa business. Siyempre sa business, ang paglaro ng basketball, meron kang kalaban. So sa business, ganun din. Pag business is in a playing field, you have competitors na kalaban mo. So, this one is basic and I have been always telling this na pag hindi mo kayang sabayan yung mga kalaban, mag-isip ka ng isang product or service na pwede mong gawin na wala yung kalaban mo. Na hindi nila kaya, pero ikaw kaya. Example, ito yung sample ng PAL and Cebu Pacific. Why Cebu Pac is successful? Ang PAL kasi, it services yung mga long haul or long distance travel Ang PAL, sample from the Philippines to New York to Dubai, Qatar to Europe. PAL yan So yung PAL, meron siyang market na hindi niya siniserve. Ito yung mga short distance lang. Example, Manila to Davao, Manila to Bacolod. So yung Cebu Pacific, ito yung kanyang market na tinarget. Kung hindi sinaserve ng PAL, yun ang kanilang kukunin. And in doing that, syempre, you're going to create feasibility study. Na yung kalaban mo ay may hindi kayang gawin, pero kaya mo bang gawin. So parang ano yun parang kaya nga game theory ang tawag natin. Yung wala sila, yun ang iyong gagawin. But it needs a feasibility study na gagawin. Okay, number 6, business planning and preparation stage. Now, ang feasibility, hindi palaging ginagawa sa umpisa or startup point ng company. Pwede mo rin siyang gawin while your company is now running. Business planning and preparation stages. Sometimes they call this one business plan. Pero pwede rin siyang feasibility study. But strictly speaking kasi, ang feasibility ginagawa before. Now, pag yung business yung maandar na, so ang tawag na dyan, business plan. Anyway, pareho naman silang planning. Pag yung negosyo yung maandar na, example, you want to plan for the next year, so you can plan that ahead of time. So, ano rin siya? Feasibility study rin. And for 7, technical, legal, operational, and scheduling feasibility, applications, and project management. Sa feasibility, maraming siyang part na study, no? May market study, may technical study. So gusto malaman, ano ba mga machine ang gagamitin natin sa isang operation? So technical yan Ano bang mga yung motion study? Ano bang yung opening time, mga machine? That is part of technical Or pag nagtayo ko mga negosyo, is it legal? Is it legal to build a poultry business in a residential area? O baka hindi hindi sa legal. Then pag gumanda ng negosyo, sinong mamamahala sa operation ng business, no? Example, 5 kayong partner, sino mag-ooperate? Sino yung industrial partner? Scheduling feasibility, pwede mong gamitin sa yan pag marami kang branches, marami kang dinideliver isang araw, no? Hindi sabay-sabay, so ahead of time. Tagami pa lang, inaayos mo na yung mga delivery. Masyadong marami. Example, you own Jollibee. Tapos, you have 20 branches in the area. Yung magde-deliver ka ng mga inventory. Kaya magamit ng feasibility, no? Paano mo plano na hindi nagkakasabay-sabay. Number 8, determining market viability, financial viability, and detail. Ang feasibility naman talaga, part yan ng SWOT, yung strength, weakness, opportunities, your testing, yung market. Meron bang bibili? Meron bang demand? Kung merong demand, ilang percent yung bibili? 85% pa? Kung 85%, isang araw, ilan yung ka lang bibilhin? Isang taon, ilan lahat ang bibili? Then you total, kung ilan talaga yung demand per unit ng isang product. No? O yung growth ng population, tinitiyan mo rin sa feasibility. No? Kasi if you are studying the demand, ilan yung bibili? 5 years yan. Ibig sabihin, in 5 years time, yung population ng isang lugar tumataas. So, tinitiyan mo rin yung population. Financial, net loss ba o net income? Basically, kukita ba? Basically, yung cost mo ay mas malaki sa income or revenue. Or pag merong income, magkano yung cash flow bawat taon? Or kung merong cash flow, ilang taon bibilangin bago maibalik sa amin yung puhunan. Example, nagkaroon ng 200,000, ilang taon bago ibalik sa akin? Baka masyadong matagal yung balik, so hindi na sa masyadong financial viable. Masyadong matagal, 20 years bago yung balik. 2 years, 3 years, okay lang, no? Yan tinetest natin kung ilang taon yung payback period ng isang investment. Okay, nandiyan ba kayo? So, I hope that you are listening. Ito yung gagawin nating PCB. All of you will be launching your new product. Kaya nga ang ating activity ngayong araw na to, you're going to think of a product service company. Ngayon pa lang, we are now starting to plan per group, anong klaseng product ang gagawin ng inyong grupo. Pwede naman siyang service, pwede naman siyang product-based type of negosyo. So ngayon kasi, no, we are going to start. Kasi matagal lang in 4 months time, kulang yung 4 months. So ngayon pa lang, your activity now is I'm telling you to start working as a group. Kung anong klaseng negosyo yung inyong itatayo. Ila-launch. And number 10, launching a new product or service. Ito kanina, business. Ito naman, pag yung business mo ay umaandar na, and you're going to introduce a new product or service, it means you're going to extend or to add product line sa inyong negosyo. So, feasible ba? Kasi mamaya may mga products na inintroduce tapos hindi pala masyadong feasible. Then, after 2 years, they phase out yung product. Mas mahal pala yung cost. Baka hindi nagawa ng magandang feasibility study. So, to avoid those scenario, we're going to make feasibility if ever that you're going to introduce a new product or service. Hindi lang business Okay, let's go to the parts of feasibility study. Meron tayong introduction. We call this the executive summary. When you summarize the background of your company, ilan tinayo, anong klaseng negosyo, anong objectives, sino may-ari, the logo, the business name. Yan ang ating gagawin. And we also write here the significance of the study. Bakit mo ginagawa ang iyong negosyo? And sa scope, saang lugar mo siya itatayo, kailan siya umpisahan. And also important to know the definition of terms. In chapter 1, the background of your study, no? In chapter 1. Chapter 2 naman, basic. You're going to study sino mong bibili, market acceptability. Pag nag-introduce ang product ngayon, ilan ang bibili? 84%? 80% ba? Or meron bang demand? Meron bang supply? Pag merong demand, ilan yung bibili? Kung ilan ang bibili, ilang piraso isang araw? At isang araw, sa isang taon ilang piraso? So, pag nakuha mo na ilang piraso isang taon, you can multiply that by the selling price to get your sales or revenue. Chapter 3 naman, mga superficial lang na discussion. Sa management aspect naman, we're going to talk about sino mga pamamahala, labor, industrial partners. Kasi basically, partners yung itatayo nyo sa feasibility. Ilang partners kayo? 5? Magkano ang contribution? 200,000. Sino mamamahala? Sino managing partner? Magkano ang return? Technical aspect, ito yung mga equipment na gagamitin, mga machine na gagamitin, mga materials na gagamitin sa company. And in your chapter 5, we're going to talk about the report, the financial statement ng inyong company. Example, the balance sheet, the income statement, the cash flow, and we want to know magkanong net income ng iyong company at magkano yung kanyang growth per year, percentage-wise. And sa chapter 6, we're going to talk about the impact of your business sa society. Sino ang kinabang? Employment, unemployment ba, or pollution ba na bibigay pag walang proper waste disposal. So, kita rin impact. Chapter 1, ito. So, brief history of the business na yung tatayo. Sino may-ari, saang lugar, the plan, the area. Kasama dyan, the objectives, pangalan, ilan sila. So, anong klaseng product yan? Service, ilang product lines, and the reason why you want to start or the objective ng iyong business kasama dyan sa part na to. We're going to also talk about those questions that you're going to answer after the feasibility and the importance of your study. Sino makikinabang ng iyong study? So basically, ikaw, no? Yung may-ari ang makikinabang, but meron siyang impact sa society, sa government, sa empleyados, consumers, customers ng iyong business. And the scope, yun, saang lugar, kailan, ilang barangay yung masasakupan or prospective market ng iyong product, ilang klase ng product ang iyong introduce sa market. So, yun lang yung mga short discussion about the parts of feasibility study. So, this week, you're going to start now yung pagsulat ng inyong feasibility. So, ito ay by group. Kasi mas magandang gumagawa ka ng feasibility kasi partnership ang yung gagawin. Pag partnership, that is 2 or more. So, pwedeng dalawa. But, sa atin, no? Ideal na meron tayong 3 partners na gagawa. Okay, so hoping that you learned something, guys, from our discussion for the day. And sa ating mga susunod na video recording, hoping that you are jumping into my video recording and watch those video recordings. So, for the meantime, ito po si Dr. Cortez na nagsasabing maraming salamat sa pag-view ng aking video tutorial. See you around, people!